So welcome to the 2025-26 school year. I am super excited to have you all here because this is going to be an incredible year. This is our third year, going into our third year of Ethos, my fifth year of leading this community, and it is a God story of His faithfulness. And so I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but what I am going to say is that God has been in it every step of the way. And I am so excited and so proud of my husband. He's in the sound booth. Everyone give him a round of applause. Come on in. Find a seat. There's plenty of seats. I do not bite and I do not spit. So if you would like to sit here in the front row and get a front row seat, that'd be awesome. Of course, if you're in church, you don't want to be in the front row and start closing your eyes because the pastor sees you and thinks you're falling asleep and he is that boring. I promise I won't be boring today. Okay, so my God story is that He brought us here, and I thought I used to be in management. I basically managed adults, and God knew that He was going to use my experience of 15 years to manage children and parents and teachers. But I love what I do. It's just the most incredible, rewarding experience in ministry that if you'd asked me 5 years ago I would be doing this, I would have thought that you were dreaming and you made it all up. But the Holy Spirit knew He had a purpose and a plan for my life, just like He has for you and why you're here. Because every person that is here, God knew that you'd be part of this community. So, next slide. Now that we're going through our third year, we have a lot of information to go over. I will try to stay out of the way because mostly it's for the slides that you need to see, and I'll just be kind of the commentator. And we're going to go through a lot of this information. I'm going to try to do it at warp speed, but don't worry, I am recording it, so if you want to slow it down, you can. And if you want to speed it up like a chipmunk, you can. So, the next slide goes over who we are. Myself, I am the Executive Director and Founder of Ethos Academy. My husband, Paul McGuire, in the very back at the sound booth, he is also the Executive Director here at Ethos Academy, helps me run the show. He's not always here on campus. He is also our IT support for our teachers to make sure that they can do their job if they need to use a TV. Next slide. This is my team that has been with me for quite some time, actually pretty much from the very beginning for the last 5 years. New Families Coordinator Janelle Jones, a lot of you have met her if you came on a tour, and if you have any questions as a new family, reach out to her. She is a wealth of knowledge. She does have some high schoolers, so if you have some high school questions of how to navigate that, she's the best person to reach out to. My service hour coordinator, she's the one that helps make sure that you fulfill your service hours. That is required to be a part of this ministry. And you will not see her on campus very much, but she is a wealth of knowledge. She will help make sure that you get where you need to be. And then Natasha Austin, she's the one that put together all of the classes. Make sure you say thank you to her. We brought on some incredible teachers. Depending on the season, we are here. Our teachers come and go, but we just absolutely love them because there's always a space for them. So she is also a teacher here. Her role as an academic coordinator is really only for 3 months. It's through January through March. She puts the schedule together, she helps onboard all the teachers, and then she transitions into being a teacher alongside of them. So you might have her for one of the classes, and you will be meeting her today if you are touring and seeing your teachers. Next slide. These are my campus coordinators. They are my backbone. They support me while I'm in here. They're out there. And so get to know them. Desiree is my Tuesday morning campus coordinator. Elizabeth is Tuesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon, Thursday morning, and then Thursday afternoon. I apologize, some of this is incorrect, but these are the faces that you want to get to know because they've been with me for quite some time. They know how the system works, and they'll make sure that your child is in the right place at the right time. So if you can't see me, talk to them. And they always have a smile. Okay, so here is today's schedule. I will try to keep us on schedule as much as possible. I might go over a little bit, but I promise it's all really good information that you do need to know. If you didn't get your child's picture before this, don't worry. She's here till 12:30, so you can get their picture afterwards. Make sure that your child gets their picture because it's for our yearbook. If you did not show up, for those who are watching this later on, don't worry, we will have a makeup day. I think that's it. And we do have a food cart. parked over on the other side of this wall. So if you get hungry, you want a snack or a drink, please go over there. We like to help local businesses, and they are local and they're brand new. I think we're one of their first events. Moving on. Academic calendar. This is available to you not only in the handbook, but also on our website under schedules. If you're navigating our website from your cell phone, please note that it doesn't bring up all of the selections. So if you hit schedules and you see that there's only one, you're like, why is it giving me the periods? Click it again, and it'll give you all the choices that's under schedules. So I'm making a note of this. Please know when we are off, because we do have lots of time that we do take off, but we want to make sure that your child is in class when they're supposed to be. Now granted, our community is very flexible. That's why we homeschool, so that you can go on your vacations when you want to. Just know that we will be here, and we will not be here on these days. We need for you to show up, and no one be here. Next slide, please. Daily schedule. We put this up here because, well, every class is 60 minutes long, and we want to make sure that we utilize every minute because we're paying for that, right? I'm a parent, I have 4 kids, I want to make sure my child is there. But with that 60 minutes, the classes go over by a few minutes, right? So you just want to notate that so that you're showing up on time to class. We do not have a PA system. I would love that. So our teachers have to set their own little time clock to make sure that they're allowing their children enough time to leave. Again, please make a note so that you make sure that your child is on time. Although I remember saying to my mom when we were growing up, on time is late, early is on time. Make a note of that. Next slide, please. All right, our class schedule. It's available on our website under schedules, under classes. What's really neat is that you can click, everything is clickable, so you can get to know your teacher, you can get to know what classes are available. We did this because I know when you guys are signing up, Teach Hero, our learning management system, is a little bit cumbersome. I get it. It's not clear. So we did this. I know, I get you, buddy. I get you. You want to be up on stage with me? It'd be fun. Okay. So we did this for you so it's easier to build your child's schedule. Okay. Next slide. About us. Why am I doing this? Like, why is she going through this? Because we have this website out there. We are so transparent. We want you to get to know who we are, while I promise I'll get to know who you are and your children. So on here are our teachers. And right now we're in the process of updating it. So you can see their bio and you can see all the classes that they are teaching. Some of their pictures are not on there just because we have yet to update their pictures. They're going to have pictures done today, so they'll be on there at the end of this week. Next slide. You will be sent this slideshow just in case you want to go back through it. And on the slideshow, you see this really cool blue hyperlink. It just tells you that all of these are clickable. This is your parent handbook. I know that you all read it, right? Just in case you didn't, we're going to go over some key aspects of the handbook to make sure that we're all on the same page. Next slide, please. And in the spirit of being on the same page, we are very transparent with who we are and how much we are. So in saying that, on our website, under Join and under Fees, and also in our handbook, this is all there. As a reminder, we have a 2-tiered class tuition payment. We do that because all electives are on tier 1. That means, not as much goes into it, but a lot does. A lot goes into these teachers for, they've been spending, I would say 6 months getting ready for this year. So they put a lot of time and effort into it. Our tier 2 are for core classes that take a lot. I'm talking physics, chemistry, literature. There's a lot of grading involved, and the syllabus is just a lot more heavy on work. So we just wanted to make sure we support our teachers and value them and how much we're paying them. And then for study hall and lunch and the peer assistant, that is the cost for the semester. These are all per semester. We broke it down monthly to make it easier for you to know how much it is. But again, I know some people are like, I thought that was a year. We do it per semester because our schedule is designed where while our classes are year-long, they're two 16-week semesters. Moving on. So speaking of two 16-week semesters, 32-week school year, is the course commitment and payment policy, just in case you missed this. We want to make sure that we're honoring our teachers because they do put a lot of effort in putting the classes together, and the classes are very popular, so we do have wait lists. And so we want to make sure that, when you take a spot, that spot is taken for the semester. In a year, hopefully, but we understand that sometimes life happens, things change. And so the easiest way to drop the class with no penalty is at the end of the semester. So that's why we make the invoices semester invoices. If you want to drop a class, this is outlined in the handbook and also right here. I need to receive an email by January 3rd, all right? January 3rd, you want to drop the class for the second semester. I'm out, awesome, email me, and also the teacher, just to let them know. If you don't, I'll let the teacher know. Once class instruction starts on September 2nd, you are in the class. Unless there is a significant emergency, reach out to me. We do work with people. But if it's like, Johnny just doesn't like the class anymore, he's just not interested. I made up that name. Sorry if there's a Johnny in this room. We want to show commitment. We want to show follow through. So yes, Johnny doesn't have to show up anymore, but you still have to pay for the class. Because again, we want to make sure we're honoring our teachers. Everyone is on ACH for those of you who are not, because for some reason the system didn't like you and wasn't able to put your information in. Just make sure that your payment is received by the 5th of every month. If it is not received by the 5th, it is considered late, and there will be a $25 late fee. We want to make sure that we have the money in because I am paying, or Ethos pays the teachers. So we got to make sure those funds are in so that these teachers are paid for services rendered. Material fees, I know that was new for the returning families in regards to having Ethos handle that. It was so much better for the teachers because they didn't have to remind the parents to pay. So material fees are collected and they are non-refundable because they've already been given to the teachers. They're like getting ready for the semester. And so if you decided today that you didn't want to take the class, that's fine. We'll drop you. You just don't get those material fees back because we've already given them to the teachers, and it helps them to get ready for the school year. And those are all for items that are consumable. And next slide. Charter school reimbursement. We work with the major charter schools. If you are utilizing a charter school from Tech Truck, Braintree, I guess it's called Braintree now, Hummet 360, Overture, Harmony, we do work with those charters, and we have a specific receipt that we supply to them that they like. Teach Hero currently does not have that receipt. Receipts are available in Teach Hero. It shows everything that you have paid, but if you need to have one from us, we do make it for you. So, and we have on our website, I know some people are like, why is that class schedule colorful? Well, it's because we had to outline which ones are religious and which classes are charter friendly. On the left here is the parent receipt that the learning management system Teach Hero provides. So it shows all transactions for what, you're like, hey, what am I paying for? Okay? Well, it doesn't have all the information that the charters like. And so my husband, Paul McGuire, did an amazing job of creating a receipt for us. In order for you to get this receipt, you do need to email me, and in the subject line, say, requesting August receipts. It's not automatic. Once you do it the first time, don't assume that it's always going to be done. Every time you want a receipt, please send that email to me, and I will give it to my team to create that receipt for you. The charters know about this receipt. If you try to submit the other one, they'll reject it. They like this one. And so then we'll provide you with a Google link to your own private Google folder with those receipts. In that Google folder, if you've been here with us for multiple years, the ones from last semester have been put into a folder that is dated for last semester. And then we have a new folder for this semester so that you can go in there and get all your receipts for your children. So we try to make everything very streamlined for you. So again, these slides will be for you so you can read all this stuff later. I'm just going through the key points. Our program runs off of the partnership between parents and teachers. To have a successful semester is to have full communication with your teacher. Your teacher will provide emails and they'll utilize the learning management system, updating and uploading all the work that is required of your child to do. So I just want to make sure that if you have any type of grievance or maybe constructive criticism or encouragement, please direct it straight to your teacher first. So if you have something that's going on that you're just kind of like, I don't understand why they're not doing X, Y, Z. Instead of coming to me first, I want to encourage you to go to them first. And then if that doesn't work, then I'm happy to step in. But our teachers are amazing and they do communicate. They do provide you with their email and their phone for text messaging. And just make sure when you are texting that it's at an appropriate time. All right. In regards to partnership, the classes are open for you to come and visit. We do want you to come and see your child in your classroom. We open that up for our families. We just want to make sure, though, that you do ask your teacher. That way they know like when to expect you. And also, too, is that you're not able to bring siblings. We just don't want them to be a distraction. So you are welcome to come and sit in on your children's class and observe. Just please leave the rest of the family home with a babysitter or someone else. And then we do encourage prayer on campus. Your teachers will be starting their class with prayer. And so just to remind you that we are a faith-based ministry and we center everything around our Heavenly Father and His direction. I'm going to have you watch a very quick, literally 4-minute video of our parent portal. The reason I put this together is because I'm getting a lot of the same questions. And so I figured, why not put a video together to answer those questions all at once? So please take a moment to watch this. Also, students watch this because you all will be able to utilize this information too. So thank you for your undivided attention.
Welcome to this quick overview of the Parent Portal. I'll walk you through how to navigate the main features so you can get the most out of it. At the very top of the screen, you'll see in the white banner the navigation bar. This section includes links outside of your personal Parent Portal. Here's what you'll find. Start Here is where you begin a new application to join Ethos. Classes. Browse the current school year's classes and directly enroll once you've registered. Registration. Each year, this is where you go to register for the upcoming school year. Application. Complete the application process here to join Ethos. You'll also use this if you need to add another child to the program. Service hours. Sign up for your required service hours here. Now on the left-hand side of the screen, in the gray area, is the navigation bar with account-specific tools. Let's go through them. Billing. You can access billing in 2 places, Billing or Go to Billing. Here you'll find your invoices, payment history, and the option to add a payment method. It's important to note for tuition and any other fees beyond the application fee, you'll need to use a bank account, not a credit card, and not a debit card. Emails. Every email from teachers or the Ethos admin team is stored here. You can quickly see the subject, sender, and content all in one place, so you don't have to dig through your personal inbox. Enrollment. This tab shows all the children you have enrolled in the program. Be sure you've selected the current semester. When you click on your child, scroll past Programs which is not used by Ethos, to the View the Classes. Select a class to see details like teacher info, announcements, and assignments. Scroll down and click View Classwork to see weekly homework outlines. For example, I'm going to view Preston's assigned homework for the last semester. First, click on Enrollment. Then I'm going to select Spring 2024-2025. Then select Preston. Let's scroll down to IEW. Once I click on the class, I'll scroll down to View Classwork. Then click on Classwork, which then brings up the list of homework required by week. I simply click the week I need, and all the required homework is outlined by the teacher. As you can see, assignments are organized by week, making it easy to support learning at home. Timesheets. This is where you find a record of all your service hours, both signed up and completed. Household. Update family details, children's profiles, and grade levels. Back on the main dashboard, look for the icon, Lock icon. This shows your child's student ID and access code. We recommend sharing this with students in 6th grade and up so that they can log in themselves. While students can log in through the parent portal where it says sign in right here, there's also a student login tab on the main Ethos website. When your child logs in, they'll see a simplified view. For example, Welcome Parker, along with their classes and homework for the week. And that's it. The parent portal is designed to keep everything organized and easy to access, from billing and registration to assignments, service hours, and emails. Thanks for joining me for this quick walkthrough.
I know there's a lot of information on there, but it's all in one place. And for me, a mother of 4 boys, this is my go-to. I log into my parent portal and I can click on my child. Now granted, I know in my demonstration, I went to spring 2024, 2025. I'm like, why are you doing that? Because a lot of my teachers hadn't had their stuff all live. So I was like, oh, how am I gonna do this? So I just went to last semester. But anyhow, you can go to your child, to all the classes that they're enrolled in, click on the class. When a teacher sends an announcement, it'll be on that splash page, and then you click on home, the schoolwork, and it'll give you, they'll even put attachments in there. And so in the syllabus, I went over this with my teachers to help remind them of why we have the learning management system and why I want them to use it so that it helps simplify your life. Any email that I send out through Teach Hero, whether it be from our Ethos admin team, myself, or the teachers, again, is located in there. So you can even sort by name, by the teacher's name, or by the content, and it will find it for you instead of having to go through your personal email inbox. Student Code of Conduct. You all signed off on this for either your child or your child was supposed to sign off for it. And this is something that I put in place a few years ago when I discovered that, I apologized to these students. I hadn't given them the roadblock to success. I hadn't set the expectations for them. So Ethos Academy, when we launched, we put together the Code of Conduct. And it's just a way to encourage and remind all of our students, no matter if they're in kindergarten or 12th grade, we all want to encourage them to be better human beings, right? We do give grace, but I want to remind them of the expectations of what it is to be a part of the Ethos community. Why we're going to go through this right now is because a lot of you, your parents signed off for you. And sometimes when a student and a parent come to my office to discuss something that's going on, this is the first thing I'll bring out is the Code of Conduct. And did you get a chance to read this? Because you signed off on this. And so we're gonna go through it right now. And we're just going to go through some of the key parts of this. And really, Paul, you can go to the next slide. A lot of this comes from Galatians 5. We know the fruits of the Spirit, right? And we go through that with the younger ones during lunch devotional. We've got love, peace, kindness, self-control, patience, stuff that we practice at home, we want to continue to practice here. And so my first one is represent yourself in a manner that you will be proud of in 10 years. I understand, as well as all the teachers and us as parents, that it's a growing process. We do not expect perfection, but what we do want is to try to learn from our mistakes, right? So our next one, and some of these are like, what is a dress code policy? Don't worry, we'll go through it as a review, just in case you didn't have a chance to review the parent handbook. So adhere to the dress code. Your first priority at Ethos Academy is to learn. So we want to avoid distractions that interfere with or are counterintuitive to that mission. Be in the assigned place with the appropriate materials, ready to work at the designated time that class begins. Follow instructions, class rules, and expectations at all times as directed by teachers, admin staff, and parent volunteers. Participation in class is expected and is an essential part of the educational process. Keep hands, feet, and all objects to yourself. Never intentionally harm another student. We want to respect each other's personal space. Do not be a bully. If you see something that someone's doing that is bully or might seem harmful, we want to intervene. And if you don't feel comfortable intervening, please tell an adult. A parent who's wearing a yellow vest means they're on duty, so we would tell them, or a teacher, or one of my admin staff. We want to use Christ-like appropriate language and behavior at all times. We want to adhere to the cell phone policy, which we will go over, and be polite and respectful to everyone, including our teachers, our parents, parent volunteers, church staff, and admin staff. And we say that because, we want to be ambassadors for Christ, and so we want to live above reproach and be an example of how he lived. So this is a good start, right? Okay, so we're going to go to the next slide. And we're going to go with the dress code policy. I know there are a lot of trends. I like to think I'm trendy. I know that I'm not up with the times. I remember wearing holey jeans with the phrase to my girlfriend's house in South Carolina. And my friend's daughter legit said, can Auntie not afford jeans? Because apparently the trend hadn't made it there yet. And so in saying that, what we think is trendy, some of our students might not know where to draw the line. I've seen jeans that literally half of the front is gone. I'm like, are those shorts or those jeans? So parents, if you're on campus fulfilling your service hours, and students, we will not be wearing jeans that have holes and frays in them, okay? If you don't have a pair of those, you can go in Kohl's or... So we want to also make sure that we're not wearing midriffs. We just want to look presentable, professional. We do not want to be a distraction. So for girls, we're just going to make sure that we're wearing shirts that cover our stomach and skirts and shorts that go to our tips of our hands. I get it, I'm tall, everything looks short on me. So I just make sure that I'm wearing stuff that is presentable. Also with shirts for guys that have, or girls that have messaging, we want to make sure that it is messaging that is positive and not tearing anyone down. So again, we are a faith-based ministry. And we just want to be in line with our mission and vision of Ethos Academy. If you are unsure of what that is, please go to our website, and we have clearly outlined that for you along with our statement of faith. We also want to encourage, again, no distractions. So if you have body art, I celebrate it. It's awesome. I've seen some really cool tattoos, but we want to make sure it's not a distraction. So if you're coming to serve and you've got a bunch of tattoos, just please wear something that covers it. For students, if you have gone and decided to color your hair, I don't know, blue like Smurfs for Halloween, please make sure that you show up to school with normal colored hair. Also normal, I guess, hairstyles. And I know you kind of think, well, why? I like to express myself. Cool, you could do that during the summertime. Because on campus, if people are talking more about your hair than learning, is that a distraction? Yes. And then for piercings, cool. You can have tons of piercings in the ear. But if you have nose, tongue, just piercings all over the face, we're just going to ask you to take them out for school. And what's awesome is that your face will not heal that fast. You could put it back in at the end of the day. It's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to go on to the next one. We do have a cell phone policy. If you didn't get a chance to read it, it is literally 3 pages long. I did notate it. I think it's on page 23, 24, 25. In saying that all cell phones and smartwatches need to be put away into your backpacks. I'm not saying you can't bring them to school. I'm saying you cannot have them out. If you need to make an emergency phone call or an emergency text message, you may do so at the front lobby desk, because we want to make sure that we are protecting the student body. For some parents, what they allow their children to see, other parents might not allow their child to see. So you have a child that wants to make a phone call and somehow accidentally stumbles onto Facebook and has decided to death scroll. So again, the reason that we just want to, again, give them their personal space to make their phone call, but when they're here on campus, we'd like them to be present and intentional and put that away. They are able to use the cell phone in class if the teacher has instructed. Maybe they're going to use it for Kahoot, or some students have not bought a calculator because they can use their cell phone. They're going to put their cell phone on top of the table, not under the table to be discreet. They're going to put it on top, because integrity is a cool word that we're going to live by here. And if anyone doesn't know what integrity is, it's being honest even when people don't know it. Violation, anyone who is caught with a cell phone, students who are caught with a cell phone on campus or a smartwatch on campus out of their backpack, it will be confiscated till the end of the day, where their parent needs to come and sign out for it. Repeat offenders will be addressed. Cool, moving on. We also have a parent cell phone policy. And I just want to encourage our parents that when you come on campus to fulfill your service hours, we would encourage you to be present and intentional and to lead by example. Now, I understand that emergencies will arise, or you need to do work. If you have come and you need to do work, I would encourage you to bring your laptop to do that. If you've signed up for a service hour shift in the middle of the day, which means it's the 11 to 1 o'clock shift, that second hour you're going to be utilized during lunch. If you signed up for a lunch shift, you're going to be in lunch. There are no cell phones to be used during lunch. I ask that you put it away. If you're using it for an emergency, I get it. But if you're on a phone call or you are scrolling, you are not being present and intentional. And that's when accidents can happen, but also we want to live by example for the rest of the community, right? So I just want to really reiterate why I have this up here is so I make sure that when we are here, we are fulfilling our service hours to help make sure that this program runs smoothly and safe for our entire community. Next slide. Tardiness, late to class. I just want to remind you all that our classes are 60 minutes long and that we have paid, I'm a parent as well as you all, paid for 60 minutes of classroom instruction. We want to make sure that our students get there on time. So I want to help you, remind you to get your students here on campus on time, and then we'll do our best to encourage the students to get to their classes. Teachers have the right to close their door 5 minutes after class has started. If your child does not make it to class because they were late getting to campus, the first time we usually kind of give them grace, but they will be sent to study hall and I will be notified and I will let you know. If it is a repeat offender, we will move to the next step of addressing whether or not they remain in the class. The reason being it's very it's disrespectful, but it's distracting. And then the teacher has to start over, and then everything gets late and pushed back. And so we just want to make sure that our students are showing up to class on time. We take attendance, so we make sure that obviously we know who's here on campus. This is homeschool. We are flexible. We know that you go on vacations in the middle of the year, and that's why we have the learning management system. You can log on and see what we're doing. So it's not mandatory. We want to encourage that you are here because a lot of our classes were waitlisted. People want to be in these classes, so we just want to encourage that you can be here. But we know that sometimes you get sick or there's vacation. Just let us know. Let the teachers know, because we do fall in love with your students, and we were like, oh, where's Johnny? Why is he not here today? Next slide. Any inappropriate language or public displays of affection, PDA, I guess, social media scrolling is not allowed on campus. So when I say foul language, cussing, inappropriate conversations on campus, and obviously we hug, we hold hands, I get it, but I just want to make sure that what you're going to do in front of would you want to do that in front of your parents? And speaking to teenagers. Social media, we won't do any kind of death scrolling, so TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all those are not allowed while we're on campus. Again, some content that some parents allow, other parents do not. If you are, I guess we like to say, you guys, I'm always here to encourage better behavior, so I'm not going to shame a child. We all make mistakes. We all sin and fall short of the glory of God. What's so great is that God's grace and mercy is here for all of us. And so I feel like this is just always a great opportunity to grow. And so I'm going to encourage all of us to grow together in that. Next slide. We do have a bullying policy. I am very sensitive to that. I want to make sure that we are creating a space for all to feel loved, encouraged, and safe. And so if there is a student that doesn't feel safe, I'm going to ask that they let us know, because we want to help them feel safe. We want to make sure that we are respecting each other's personal space. And then obviously is watching what we're saying, what words we are choosing. Because what's interesting is obviously, God gave us that roadmap. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. And so our words can either encourage or it can break someone down. So I always try to encourage my boys to use words that are going to empower and uplift their friends and even people they don't know yet who might be their friends soon enough. Next slide, please. We do have a disciplinary policy set in place. That way you know what the steps are when your child might be making a mistake, right? And so we have full communication. Our teachers are to email you, let you know what behavior, or if it happened during lunch or in study hall, we will let you know, hey, this is what's going on. We just want to bring this to your attention. That way you're not in the dark. You're like, what's going on? No, my kids aren't even perfect either. I've been there. I'm like, dude, what did they do? And so just making sure that we're all on the same page, that we do have a 5-step process. I don't normally come in until step 4, where I get involved and help encourage better behavior and give them a roadmap to success, and hopefully have their buy-in to make those better decisions. And so far we have. It's good. I do remind kids, it's a privilege, not a right. So we want to treat this as a privilege to be here. So and if there's any questions, I'll take questions at the very end. We do have allergies. Lots of students have allergies. Our main one is peanuts. We do not allow any type of peanut products on campus, so make sure that you are aware of what you are making for snacks and for lunch for your child. Also, tree nuts. Tree nuts you are able to eat them on campus. We just want to make sure that the student's not eating it in class. But just peanuts is our big thing. If your child needs an EpiPen, please let us know. We don't have a nurse on campus because we don't have the resources. So we just want to make sure that we're all on the same page of like what action plan would need to be put in place. Do you think that was it for the peanuts? And next slide, please. So you all signed up for your service hours. It is the best way to make community is when you come on campus and fulfill those hours. Make sure that if you have not signed up for them to go into your parent portal and go under service hours and sign up for those. We do have some spots left. So if you don't know and you're not sure, we do have our service hour coordinator that you can reach out to. Please have a backup plan. I know it's like, I don't get it. If once you have signed up for those hours, those are your responsibility. If you miss it and you don't have someone to fill in for you, not only will you have that shift rescheduled for you, another shift of equal value will be added to your account because we need to have accountability, right? I would encourage you to join our Facebook Connect page, which is private. You can post on there. There have been a few families who have reached out to me and said, I will serve other people's hours and they can pay me. I'm out of that. You are welcome to do that. So if you have someone that you're like, I can pay them to do my hours, that's cool. I get you. Or like when I joined a group like this, I was like, what do I do? So the first day I came on campus, I literally found 5 moms and I was like, hey, I've got 4 kids. I know you've got a few. There's going to be a day. Can I get your number? And literally, it's surprising. They are very willing to give their number. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally in there. I know. It's going to be me. And I don't mind. I'll fill in for them. So we just want to make sure that you get your shift schedule or covered. Emailing us and letting us know that you're not going to show up. Perfect. Thank you for letting us know. But we're still going to remind you, you need to get that covered. Next slide, please. What's great is I don't really need this slide because pretty much my setup and teardown teams are full. And that is so awesome. There's a lot of high schoolers that are going to be on my team for this. It's a great way to build community because they come, they either set up or tear down and they go play basketball. So I'm super stoked about that. And So yeah, we can just move on to that because they'll get their emails. We do have security here. So there's a few things that we do here to keep our community safe. One is that my teachers and my admin staff, we all wear these lanyards so that you know who's a part of the team and we know who's supposed to be on campus. When you come to fulfill your service hours, you'll wear a yellow neon vest that also lets the kids know who's on duty so they can go and say, hey, I need your help, versus a parent who's just coming through for a tour. We also have walkie-talkies, and those walkie-talkies are so that we can all stay in communication together. We do have a few parents that conceal carry, and then my husband and I are always walking the perimeter, as well as we do have the church staff that's on campus. We keep everything locked, so if you come and class is in session and you're like, why are the doors locked? We do post what our schedule is. We will open it for you. Just give us a knock. We do get to know our community. We know who's supposed to be in here and who's not. But we do keep our whole campus locked while we are in session or in class. And we do have emergency protocol. I don't know if I have slides for this. We might. But I did work with the Meridian Police Department to put this together when we were at our previous location, and then I just adjusted it for this location. This is also available. It's in every one of our classrooms. It's also in the folder when you come to serve your hours. It is available, so that's the first thing we say is please review that so that you know what to do. It has all the questions that you need and answers when you're on dispatch if you ever have to do so. We've only had one medical emergency, and that was a teacher, and that was literally 4 years ago. And I will tell you, the folder worked because the parent who was serving their hours and myself, my team, we all just followed the step-by-step protocol, and even the emergency dispatch were surprised. They're like, wow, thank you, it works. Next slide, please. We do vet our teachers all the way down to our substitutes. So if our teacher is out sick, they do have a substitute that comes in, so class is never canceled. If you are interested in being a sub and you just have a passion for teaching and pouring into students, just go to join and then new teacher and new substitute, and so then you can get approved. We do background check you, and then we'll add you to the list. Substitutes do get paid for their time. Next slide, please. We like to encourage you to stay connected and informed. I do see that a lot of you signed up for our loan. That is the platform that we use to make all of our announcements for field trips, big events like our Christmas market, as well as if there is an emergency and we need to shelter in place, or we need to cancel classes because there is a snow day, which surprisingly in the last 5 years that I've been doing this, we've only had one snow day. So we're tracking pretty good here. So we were able to send out a text message to you all. I know that you've already been kind of receiving those so far. If you are not, and you have already signed up, please make sure that you reach out to me so that I can figure out why you are not receiving these text messages. But that is our community board. That's where we will post everything. I do send out a Ethos week at a glance. And that's just, again, a really quick snapshot to help keep you all on the same page. We don't want you to miss out. Because again, as much as you put into this is going to be as much as you get out of it. So we want this community to be your home for your teenagers, your youngers. So we just want you to know what is going on. We do have a private Facebook page too, and then our Instagram page. Next slide, please. We can go to the next one. That is an actual video. So I think the next few slides, I want to encourage you, I'm going to be sending this out to you. They are videos. We will not watch them right now, but they are videos to help you navigate loan and to make sure that you update your name correctly, because I know a lot of you have registered for loan and you've given yourself a nickname. that or just your emails in there. And I don't know everyone, but we want to know who we are communicating with. So please watch these videos. They're very short, just a couple minutes. They'll help you navigate Loam to get the full experience, but also too is help you update your information. So again, so it kind of gives you some examples of events that we post through Loam. Next slide, please. And then also, please make sure if you want to take a picture, or again, I will send this out to you, but you'll save this number in your cell phone, so that way when you do get a message from us, you know this is, I nickname mine Ethos Loam or Ethos Academy. That way if I get an emergency notification where it's like, snow day, and it's funny because Loam, it's kind of like, we have to say we're welcoming you to something, so you might get an invitation where it's like, you're invited to school's been canceled. It's a workaround. So because our learning management system does not send out text messages, we had to find something that was affordable and that would work for everything that we do. So just make sure that when you see a text message that comes in from us, please glance at it to see what the subject's about. Next slide, please. And this is if you have not joined, you can take your cell phone out right now and hover over that QR code, and it will give you to a place to sign up with Loam. Again, please make sure, dads and moms, I love it. My husband half the time was like, wait, what's going on? I'm like, you need to sign up with Loam. I don't want to be the one that always knows everything, so he did. Next slide, please. So guess what? We have swag. Yes. The reason being, I have 4 boys, and they wear the same thing all the time. And I was like, you know what would be nice to have? Ethos shirt, especially, one, because it's like a uniform that they can wear all the time. But 2, when we go to a field trip, it'd be so much easier to find us, to find other Ethos. You're like, hey, I went to the farm, didn't see any of you, but we were there. Sometimes we just don't recognize each other. So if you have we have adults and children, we're just gonna send out order forms. The prices, for most of it's like $15. We're not trying to make money off this. We just wanted to, and a lot of our families have asked, and I'm like, really? But we heard, and we thought, well, you know, it might be fun to have some shirts, sweatshirts that the kids can wear. It's gonna simplify my life for sure with my four boys, because when they get up and they have no clue what they're gonna wear, like, simple, wear what you wore on Tuesday. All right, so we'll send out information on that in the coming week, so that if you want to order a sweatshirt or a shirt for you or for your child, you can. And then let's see, any questions? Don't be afraid to ask, because I bet you your question someone else has too.